Alright, so imagine this. You just finished 8th grade. It's summer. You're having a good time. But then summer ends. And now it's that time of year again. Going back to school. Except this time, now you're going to a brand new school. And also have to start from scratch again. Why? Well, you're in a new school, you don't know where everything's at, and you might have to make new friends since now there's a high chance that you might not see your friends again. But luckily for me, that didn't really happen to me, so sorry if that happened to you. Hey guys, welcome back to a new video, and in this video, I want to talk about the most overhyped experience, which is freshman year. Now that I'm no longer a freshman, I can now fully talk about what it's like in freshman year. So I did a video similar like this when I finished 8th grade, and you bet I'm gonna do another one, but for 9th grade. Also, before I get started, I'm doing a 300 subscribers special Q&A, so if anyone want to join, y'all can leave a question here. Anyways, now that that's out of the way, let's dive into what it's like in your freshman year. Now, if you're a loser like me, you immediately feel like you're being judged, even though I can guarantee you that no one gives a about you. So, no need to panic. Anyways, as you walk in, you see crowds among crowds of people, and now you feel really anxious, and worst of all, you can't find your friends. So, you sit at a table all by yourself and hope they spot you. Once you're united with your friends, y'all see if y'all have any classes together, and luckily for some of y'all do share classes. Anyways, bell rings, and now you have to make your way to your first class, and you get lost in the hallways, and the crowds of people don't help at all. You make it to class, and it's all good from here. Something I want to point out real quick is, even though there are crowds of people, I can guarantee you that you will not bump into some random girl and fall in love. I don't know why high school movies do that, but yeah, you won't pull on day one or any other thing. Maybe, depends on your social status or whatever. And on the topic of high school movies, no, there are no gangs of bullies ready to pick on you. No, the teachers aren't strict or to the point they're basically drill sergeants. And no, everyone doesn't sing out of nowhere. I don't know who came up with those concepts, but one thing for sure is that times have changed. And I don't know why my dumbass really thought all those things were gonna happen to me, but they didn't. Anyways, the high school freshman year is pretty smooth. That is until the next month kicks in. Now that you and most students are used to the high school, this is where things start to get crazy. People start to get into fights over the dumbest reasons. I even got into one myself. In my school, a whole ass brawl broke out because apparently some kid got scammed when purchasing a vape thing or something. I don't know. Now, how did it turn into a brawl, you might ask? Well, it started out as a 1v1. Then a dude hopped in to defend the other guy, and it was just a whole domino/butterfly effect. One thing led to another, and yeah. Also, bathrooms are hard to use/find since most of them are locked, and once you find a good bathroom to use, it's all good, right? Wrong! Well, maybe depending on your situation. If you need to pee, it's fine. You can just use the urinal. Just watch your back every now and then. But if you need to take a shit, well, then may Lord have mercy on your soul. One time, I'm not even joking, I spent maybe 30 minutes trying to take a shit in the stalls. It legit felt like I was playing Five Nights at Freddy's. I was scared shitless. And there were crowds and crowds of vapors walking in the bathroom ready to vape. And speaking about vapes, I can guarantee you that no matter what bathroom you walk in, there will always be a big ass crowd of people vaping. I swear, it was hard to use the bathroom without all those people vaping in a small ass bathroom. It basically felt like I was in one of those small ass cars with a ton of clowns inside. It was unreal. And since there were a lot of people vaping, the smell of vape would get trapped in the bathroom, and it's almost enough to make you pass out. Oh, and the smell/scent would get so bad that it would get stuck in your clothes. And then people would ask you, do you vape? That happened to me, and when I got home from school, my mom got mad at me because she thought I was vaping when I don't. I don't want to vape, nor do I ever want to try it. It is very tempting though. I remember some guys offered me a vape, but I declined because I want to live over 40 years. I swear, in like 20 or 30 years, there are going to be multiple deaths because of kids that vaped in high school a lot. Oh, and something I overheard in the bathroom one time when some guys were vaping, I heard one of them say that they got a vape from their parents as a gift. That's right, a fucking gift. I thought parents were supposed to care for our health, not destroy it. Also, for some reason, they like to throw away their vapes in the school bathrooms. So that's that. It was sad hearing that info, and another thing that was sad was that one time when one of my friends smelled so much like weed that none of us hung around him for the whole day. I collaborated with him in some of my videos before, but I'm not saying who he is. Now, he says that it's his parents that smoke, and if you ask me how I know what weed smells like, well, the scent was so weird and strong, it's hard to describe, that it just had to be weed. Whatever. Anyways, he always smelled like that, but on that specific day, the scent was so strong, we all avoided him out of fear that the scent might get stuck on us. Hey, and if you're watching this, dude, sorry, but like, I don't want my mom thinking I smoke weed at school too. And on the topic of friends, I can also guarantee you that you will lose some friends. Why? Well, after some time, you get to see their true colors, and it's so bad to the point where there's just no use in being friends with them. I lost like 2 for the most dumbass reason. One was because of a girl, and another one was because I broke up with my now ex-girlfriend. Fun fact, the second guy has appeared on this channel before, but just like my friend who smells like weed, I'm not saying who he is. I heard he's a Twitch streamer. It would be a real shame if all the info I know about him were to release to the public. Wait, isn't that blackmailing? I'm just kidding, I would never do that. Now, even though I'm not gonna say the horrendous things he's done, I will, however, talk about the whole ex-girlfriend trauma. So basically, my friend who smells like weed, who we'll call Snoop, told me that this one girl liked me, so I got to know her and eventually we got together, but little did I know that my other friend, the Twitch streamer who we'll call Turtle, liked her too and has tried to get with her, but I guess she didn't feel him that much. Well, ever since I got with her, he acted weird and would sometimes be hanging around her like if he's the one dating her. Now, I don't know if it's jealousy talk, but either way, his personality did it shifted a lot. Anyways, one day, I broke up with her. I'll talk about that in a sec. And the moment he found out, he was mad. He said that I was a bad boyfriend and that I was also childish. He later stopped talking to me in general, and not even a day later, he tried to hit on her, but he got rejected twice. One time on Roblox and the other, I don't know, someone told me. Well, he then started talking about me and tried to spread rumors. He also wanted to throw hands with me because I broke up with my girlfriend. And since he wouldn't talk to me anymore in person and text, I wrote him a letter, and when he got it, he read it out loud with my ex during lunch. But I guess he only read half of it because he stormed off the cafeteria. Now, what did the letter say? Well, in the letter, I wrote things like, hey, why were you acting like this? You were once cool. And if you really want to fight with me over some, I don't know, for me breaking up with my girlfriend, then so be it. Oh, and that my current best friend will always be my best friend. I don't know why that triggered him so much, but I guess it just really does, trigger him that much. Anyways, he came back to the cafeteria and gave me back the letter all wet and crumbled up, and he told me to piss off. Now, I did touch the paper a little bit, but the good thing was some girls came up to me and stopped me from fully grabbing it. They told me not to touch it because he apparently, and I'm not making this up, pissed on it. He took my paper, pissed on it, gave it back and told me to piss off. Not gonna lie, that's pretty funny, but sad because remember, he said that I was childish, yet he's pulling off shit like this. I eventually told his favorite teacher all this he's been pulling off. Now, I know it's snitching, but bro, it was almost the end of the year. I don't want to spend the last days of my freshman year at a detention school. And I was letting the teacher and eventually the school admins know about that just in case we were to actually throw hands, which we didn't. He was too to actually do anything. The whole drama eventually stopped, but man, the fact that he got mad at me for ending my relationship still pisses me off. Like, he wasn't even the one dating her, so why was he even mad? And speaking about relationships, high school relationships are a mess. Mine went decent. She was all I could ever ask for, except the only problem was her lack of sociability. Is that a word? Well, it is now. Now, if y'all know me, I'm a really social person. So how do you think a relationship would go where one is super social and the other one isn't? It's like mixing fire and water. The whole relationship was basically a golden retriever and a black cat type relationship. I'm still surprised I lasted 4 months. That's a whole new record. But yeah, it was just lack of communication. It just wasn't really working out well, and so I decided to end it. Also, I just wanted to add this real quick. The first time I sat with her during lunch, instead of trying to get to know me more, she turns the other way, whips out her phone, and starts playing games on it. And she didn't do that because she didn't see me. No. She saw me arrive and sit next to her. Oh, but I'm still the bad boyfriend. Yeah, go fuck yourself, Turtle. That should have been my first red flag, but whatever. I still gave her a chance, but it just didn't go as I wanted to. And while I'm still on the topic of high school relationships, A lot of high school relationships last like a week, mainly because popular kids dating other popular kids. Now, I don't know about some of y'all, but I have a special hatred towards popular kids. Not all of them, but a vast majority of them. It dates back to 6th grade, and it's just been getting worse and worse. But I don't hate them because like, oh, they're richer than me or whatever, or no. It's the fact that they can do whatever they want without being made fun of. I see some popular kids go to school with a Paw Patrol backpack and they never get clowned on. Oh, but if a loser like me were to pull off that I'd be the talk of the town for all the wrong reasons. I've seen it happen. And not only that, but their egos are so goddamn big, it's unbelievable. I don't want to talk about them anymore. Moving on. Teachers were nice. Well, the ones I got were nice. And hearing them cuss in front of us was funny but cringy at the same time because it makes them sound like they're trying to fit in with the rest of us by being edgy or something. The food was okay. I don't know about y'all, but the food in Texas schools are decent in my opinion. Oh, I also want to mention this. Someone pranked our school by putting this paper all around the school bathrooms. The gooning notice. It looked legit, and I think it actually spooked the people who actually gooned in the bathrooms. I think the prank appeared on the news and the school got mad, but come on, it was harmless fun. And I bet there are and were some people actually gooning in there. Speaking about gooning, I think the only thing high school movies got right was the amount of horny people that would do certain things in school. No joke, they caught 2 kids doing it in a school faculty bathroom in my school, and one of my friends said he received behind the school one time. It's absolutely crazy how people are horny enough to do certain things at school. And speaking about people doing things, some kids actually did the Chromebook trend where you basically blow up a Chromebook by sticking things in the USB port. And the last thing I want to talk about is the high school bullies. Now, usually, high school bullies are depicted as these tall and menacing people who are in gangs or groups and ready to pick on you the second you step into high school. But in reality, it's not like that. You don't get picked on right away. That's until the next month or so. I don't know. Depends if you already had bullies before high school. Now, there are 2 solutions to this problem. You can either tell an adult or teacher or defend yourself. I personally go with the second option because if I go with the first, I'll just become an even bigger target to bully, and so will you. And if you're watching this, M, you know who you are. You won't get bullied right away the second you step into high school. I thought so too, but it didn't happen. Yeah, sure, you said you got bullied in middle school, but after hearing what your bullies did, it sounds more like they're just rage baiters. Real bullies not only rage bait you, but they insult you and put hands on you. And I don't think they put hands on you, did they? I only had one bully, but after I got into a fight with him, the bullying stopped. I'm not saying that to make you feel less scared or anything. Like, I'm serious. He never picked on me again. Why? Because he knows that if he tries to pick on me, I won't let it slide. He knows I'm someone not to mess with. I know you're scared to stand up for yourself, but it's okay. I was too. If a bully puts hands on you, you have every right to put hands on them. And if you were able to survive middle school, then I bet you can survive high school too. By the way, that message goes to everyone who's watching this. I think that's my whole freshman year experience, 7 out of 10 experience. And now let's wait and see how my sophomore year is like. Hopefully this helps any future freshmen. Please subscribe. 300 Q&A special too. Reminder, I don't know. Piss off. And until next time, I'll see you soon.